City Man. Good Motor City Man.
Your name's not Fucker 3000.
Because there was a fight at my wife's work.
How's everything there? Everybody good and happy?
Oh, sure.
The baby good?
Baby's going nuts. The kids are getting up. The dog's barking.
Okay. All right. So everything's normal then.
Of course.
All right. So you came home from work the other day and you told me that Jorge and Vasquez got into a brawl. Isn't that right?
Uh-huh.
Now, which one's the gay one?
Eric.
Did you not say? Uh-oh. Never mind. Never mind. I made that part up.
Maybe Vasquez. I'm not sure.
Ay, ay, ay. Now, you had said, what did you do? You gave an order to the cook and he made it wrong? Tell it the way you told me.
Well, yeah, I ordered my table's meal, and
Yeah.
I typed in exactly how I wanted it cooked,
Yep.
and I also explained it to him twice.
What was the meal?
Shrimp scampi.
Okay. And you told Jorge to make shrimp scampi.
Yes, but with over pasta instead of rice.
And what did he make for you?
He made me shrimp scampi in a bowl with 2 sides of fettuccine Alfredo.
What the hell?
That's not even close.
And you, of course, speak fluent Spanish, do you not?
Exactly.
So how would you say to Jorge, I'm going to need the shrimp scampi over pasta, not rice. Say it.
Yo necesito shrimp scampi over con pasta, no arroz.
And he responded with sí, I assume.
Sí, yo entiendo, which means yes, I understand.
Okay. You got the crappy food, and how did you respond?
I said, ¿Qué pasó?, which means what happened.
Uh-huh.
And he said, this is what you told me to make. I said, no, that's not what I told you to make. I told you to make shrimp scampi over fettuccine pasta. I said, not shrimp scampi with 2 sides of fettuccine.
Right.
And so he started screaming at me.
Did he call you crazy gringo?
No, he didn't call me a crazy gringo.
All right. So then, what happened?
So then the other guy...
Well, wait a minute. No, you left the key part out. Didn't he swear at you in
not yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Be patient.
Do you want her to tell the story or not?
I wanted to get to the good parts.
So then the other guy understood what I wanted, so he started making it.
Yeah. And that was Vasquez, the gay one.
And the other guy's still yelling at me, so I told him to forget about it.
Okay.
I said, forget about it. I said, he knows what I want, forget about it. He'll make it. And so when I took my food out, he said, as I was walking out, he called me a bad name.
And what was the bad name?
I can't say it.
Well, the Mexican FCC are not in town.
No, you can't swear in Spanish.
No. I didn't know that.
Oh, what? You can say any word you want in another language?
Well, who's going to know?
Tu madre es una puta.
Jeez, you're an idiot.
Can't say it. All right. Well, then.
Tu madre es una puta.
He swore at me in Spanish, yeah.
And Vasquez, the gay one, took offense on your behalf. Is that right?
Well, on my behalf and his behalf, because Vasquez said, that he was at fault too.
Yeah.
Jorge was at fault too because he said you understood what she wanted, and so he called us both a bad name, and the guy walked over and slugged him in the face.
He slugged him in the face?
Yeah.
So right there. So what happened? Did a bunch of candy fly out of him?
You are an idiot. And I can't believe you guys encouraged him.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, are you guys through?
No, just a minute.
That was unexpectedly stupid even from him.
A bunch of candy fly out of him.
Did everybody scurry on the ground trying to get like Mary Jane's?
We get it. Don't make it worse.
Sorry. I'm kidding. All right. You've done a wonderful job because This is going to propel us into the topic about workplace violence.
Thank you, Diana.
You've done a wonderful.
Hello, testing, test. 2, 3, Come on. Yeah. I hear you. One more time. Woo. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures as we kick this off again for the 841st time. Wow. Hello to you all. I see Parker Taft is watching this. Parker Taft is, hey, if you click on his name, Parker, say hello to these friends of mine, please. Introduce yourself. He is a budding Twitch star. He wants into the game of content creation. Now, you got to understand, he hasn't done this that much. He's just now getting into it. So, something else for you all to listen to and check out and then talk shit about me is Parker's show. Okay? Welcome in Parker, who I think I called Patrick the other day in the gym. Patrick or Paulie or something. I don't know. More on Parker in a second. He was involved in, a moment yesterday that I'm going to get to in just a second as this show happens in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. For yet another year, Baldwin Ace Hardware is on board, a bastion of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. If you're headed up there, you see that oasis of goodness surrounded by MAGA supporters when you're visiting up north. You go in there and you say hello to Mike and Jennifer Gilmurray. It's typical Ace Hardware where everybody's like, awesome. Seriously, the big box stores, they think that they got the market cornered, but I say there is such an advantage to going to a store like Baldwin Ace Hardware because you can actually talk to a human being. You ever wander around a warehouse store and like 3 hours of your time passes and all you want to do is go get a doorknob? Son of a bitch. Not only that, but they can tell you how to install it, which is always a plus. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into an Ace with like a picture on my phone and said, I need this. And they go, oh, yeah, here, let me help you. So there you go, Baldwin Ace Hardware in beautiful Baldwin, Michigan. When you are up north, okay, please say hello to those folks. Okay, as I said, daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Hello to the audience on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's temporary. Don't get too comfortable because in a handful of minutes, I'm going to cut the cord. I'm going to kick you all out, and hopefully you will sign up on Twitch to be able to get the rest of the show, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Okay, wow. Summer hasn't even started yet. It isn't until June 21, I guess, when we officially get summer started. And we've got oppressive, debilitating heat. Oh, it's fantastic. It's so damn hot. It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice. Fantastic. Holy shit. And it's just, you don't go outside. Seriously, there are people working today. I really feel bad for the person who's standing on the asphalt, holding the sign that says slow or stop at the construction zone. I mean, talk about a job that, some real hazard pay. You should be earning like $50 an hour if you're that guy holding the damn sign or working on any type of project or on a roof. Oh, fuck. Any type of outdoor labor. No. Just putting the garbage out to the road last night at 9 p.m. It's like, oh boy, that's a little too much. I gotta dial it back. I better go take a break. It's really, really ridiculous out there, and so be careful. Drink the fluids. Hell, I just cannot imagine what it's like to do that. Hold on a second here. Sorry, I'm distracted. Okay. Hold on a second. I got to ban some people. Some wayward souls are trying to solicit business on my Twitch chat. It's like you're interrupting it and ruining it for the people who are actually enjoying the show. We just can't have that. Okay. All right. So that's that. Corey says this is why you need mods. No. I don't want anybody, because here's the problem. Well, no, I don't want to get into it. Never mind. Forget that I even said that. Just welcome to you all. I'm glad that you're here. You are all fantastic. Thank you. All right. So, again, don't go outside today. It's ridiculously hot. Yesterday, it was a pretty typical day. Parker was at the YMCA. Now, Parker is there, and his father is Andy, one half of the OG Team Knuckle Dragger crew. You got Andy and you got Brian. Now, I am an honorary meathead on Team Knuckle Dragger, as you know. And by the way, before I get into the story, let me just say that I do have, that just reminded me, I have Dear Meathead with my beloved 88-year-old father in now 43 minutes. If you have a question for Dad, send it along. I'm a little lean. I've got a few, but I could use a couple more. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. If you have a question for Dad about anything at all, I would love to hear from you. And as you know, he would love to hear from you. So Baldwin Ace Hardware brings you Dear Meathead, featuring the question of the day, brought to you by JM Synthetics. And as always, you can email me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com, on the Shore Liners Striping inbox. If you haven't yet figured it out, everything is sponsored so that I can eat and pay for the vet bills. So Team Knuckle Dragger exists. That is Andy and Brian. Now, these two guys are quite a team. I must say, when they are not there at the gym, it's a different atmosphere. These two knuckle draggers, they really work hard lifting weights. Now, I don't know how they actually stay motivated, because they work out the level of intensity that of like NFL football player training for the regular season. But, you know, the NFL football player is training their body so that they can earn millions of dollars. These two knuckle draggers, they just do it because I don't know. I don't know what the payoff is, because I don't think they use their bodies for anything. Andy might be a male prostitute. Okay, that might actually be a thing. or some type of. He might be like on the golden age team of the Chippendales dancers because he is in remarkably good shape. He's jacked. And I think, and he tans. He either lays out or, I mean, he has the most even, deep, dark tan, white guy, but he is as brown as a Guatemalan. And I think he shaves his body too because there isn't a bit of hair on him. So Parker, maybe you can confirm this. Does he dance for the old ladies at the retirement community or what? Because that's what I see. So you got this 50-year-old guy who is just, I mean, he's got the body of a 22-year-old dude. But I don't know what what the end game is. What keeps a guy like that motivated? You know what? I mean, other than the scenario that I just put forth, Brian from Team Knuckle Dragger, same way. He's more powerful, but not as he's not fat in any way. He's just gigantic. He looks like, you ever see those World's Strongest Man shows on ESPN where they carry like giant boulders? You know, the guy who played the Mountain in Game of Thrones. He's like that. Okay, so these two, they own the gym. And when I say own the gym, I mean with they know everyone. They're super friendly, and it's a great atmosphere when they're in there because they're just laughy and it's boisterous and it's a real welcoming environment, and they're playing pranks. They keep it lighthearted, okay? And like I said, they know everybody, young, old, first name basis, hugs. I give them a hard time, but truth be told, they are a key part of the landscape of the gym. So much so that they send me every day, I think I've mentioned this, the color scheme for that day's appearance. Like what color clothes to wear. Brian wrote for Wednesday, black bottom, blue top. So we have to wear the same clothes on Team Knuckle Dragger. I know that's silly, but it keeps it fun. So with these two being the leaders of the pack, they take care of all the fun stuff, and they take care of all the hard work, too, and the tough decisions that need to be made. Parker, who is in attendance, okay, he witnessed this, and he probably learned a thing or two from these two OGs who got involved here about how to handle violence at the YMCA. Of course, these two are going to be the ones to put out the fire. But I'm on the treadmill, as usual, and they're in the main portion of the weightlifting area. And then all of a sudden, I hear, hey, 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 hey! Now, frankly, I wasn't too alarmed by that because oftentimes you will hear that type of volume coming from that side of the gym because of them. They're just loud and hilarious. But this sounded a little serious. Then I see Team Knuckle Dragger running onto the basketball court, and there's a brawl going on. And this was a ghetto brawl. What I mean by that isn't like a racist term because it's black people. It wasn't. It was all white dudes. But you ever see a fight where one guy is getting the shit kicked out of him, and then everybody else is just punching the shit out of him? That's what was happening. Parker's dad ran out and got involved, and I guess, these are all the kids that were there are youths. They're all like teenagers. So, fucking are weak, skinny. They all look like Ethiopians. Real frail, skinny kids. Probably do meth. Just kidding. But they don't have, old man strength like Andy does. Andy and Brian. So Andy gets there and just starts peeling brats off the pile like a true leader should, the leader of Team Knuckle Dragger. And then they all kind of like realize that Andy is there. You got and Andy, I mean, with the exception of the tan body, which makes him look like a gigolo for old ladies, he kind of looks like it. You imagine Chuck Liddell, the MMA guy who had that a really short hair and then he had that tuft on top. That's the type of kind of like a drill sergeant's haircut. That's what Andy looks like. So these five guys the four are beating the shit on the one, and then over their shoulder they look and they go, okay, here comes the gay Chippendales dancer. He's gonna try to get, no problem from him, but not so, because Andy just peels them all off one after the other, and then the next thing you know, the fight is done, and then Brian is there to clean up a little bit more, and then Parker walks out like, I'm just making sure everything's good here. A couple other people kind of mill out there, but the fight was quickly squelched because of the appearance by Team Knuckle Dragger. I stayed on the treadmill. It's like, fuck that. I'm not going over there. And then Andy, who doesn't even work there, he starts sending people home. He goes, all right, you four, you got to go. You leave. And you, the guy who was getting the shit beat up, you wait here. And then he followed them out, and I guess there was some more jawing outside of the facility. Now, this is where usually gunfire would break out, okay? So I'm expecting like white men can't jump, and the guy go out and get his piece and, start waving his fucking pistol around like an idiot. But I don't think any of these fucking wannabe tough guys had a pistol. Thank God, I mean, because the YMCA is a gun-free zone, and I'm not going to run with my pistol around my waistband. So I can't be running on the fucking treadmill and shooting the fucking thing like Yosemite Sam. So that's where it ended. So I go up to Andy. I go, hey, I'm calling you in the morning. We got to talk about this. He goes, it was really nothing. It was no big deal. I go, fuck it. Make it up. Make up the story. Embellish it. That's key to storytelling. Don't worry about it. He goes, no, don't call me. I'm like, all right, fuck you. So that's that. Violence averted because of the legends on Team Knuckle Dragger. Absolutely fantastic. At my beloved YMCA. I'll be back there today. Yes, another day on the treadmill. Down to 176. Holy shit. After getting to a peak of 186, got home from the Y, and hey, it's guacamole and chips time. Followed up by, it is fajita time, again, leftover fajitas, and wash it down with half a bag of Tootsie Rolls. Both multi-flavored Tootsies and chocolate. I am not kidding you. While I was eating the Tootsies, which I think are underrated, I watched a video about how they make Tootsie Rolls. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I did. And I found out this factoid. 68 million Tootsie Rolls are made every single day. 68 million a day. That works out to, in 1 year, I did the math on my own, over 51 billion with a B per year. Wow. Do you ever get the idea that I'm kind of like about the numbers? I love big numbers. That's something that creeps into the show quite often. I think I've caught autism or something. Can you catch autism late in life? Is that a thing? I don't think so. But nevertheless. Okay, so ADHD running wild as always. Thank you so much for that. I am blessed to have it. I want to remind you that the show is available on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Sign up, follow me so that you know when I go live. And if you don't, when this moment happens where I cut the cord, you're like, oh, God, I want more. By the way, the moment that I played to start the show, the candy incident, it is a fantastic moment from back in the day on my old radio show. I'm actually very, very fond of that. I had so much fun in that bit. That was a perfect example of a bit that just kind of opened up before us. The joke popped into my head about what it is, sort of bunch of candy fly out of him. It wasn't planned. It just, when she said she punched shit out of him, or he punched shit out of him, Mexican guy, the idea of a piñata. So it was an excellent racist joke. But that whole storytelling bit where Diana was front and center, where Madison was only probably 6 months old, you could hear her squealing in the background as Diana was telling the story. I was probably 30 years old at the time. Lived in New Jersey when that bit actually happened. Hadn't even moved to Michigan when that bit, the world famous candy incident, took place. And I'm playing that. I want to. I don't know. I just saw it there, and I said, I think I'm going to play it to start the show. I think I might do that more often. Some of those moments that were just a lot of fun. Probably get me sued, but whatever. Yeah, that was a good time. I hope you liked it. The reason why, if you look at this clip here, it says FBHW with a line through it. We had made fun of Bill Simonson on the air. Now, I can't prove this. Like I said, this is like 15 years ago. And Bill got pissed off. It was when we did Robots Ratings Review or something like that, or I made a joke about his kids' names, and he got pissed. It was when we were fighting. Well, right out, I can't prove it, but I think Bill went out of his way to make these segments and make them visible online to kind of like hope that enough people would see. It was an attempt at cancellation because there was a whole series of these bits that came out from this source, this Alexander Filario Jr., and I think that's a made-up name. There might be more of these. Yeah, look at free beer and hot wings, Maca tragedy, NFL players lost at sea, guest star Bill Simonson. It seems like it was tongue-in-cheek, but all in an effort to kind of like cancel us. Free beer and hot wings insult Bakita.
Tired.
FBHW find another sports talk host to insult. They all kind of go back to
I heard him calling into the show.
Huge. Freeburn Howings the day before Robots Sports Talk ratings report, 7/21/2011. Freeburn Howings Joe Stone Clubhouse story. I don't remember that. I don't know what that means.
And Randy Savage.
Freeburn Howings show inappropriate jokes about Randy Savage's death. Oh shit. I can't wait to go back and listen to this.
At my wife's work.
That's a good time.
Everything there? Everybody good and happy?
Oh, sure.
Baby.
Just realized that some of those were playing right now. Whoops. All right. Where am I here? Circling the drain. So what I'm going to do right now is I will kick you folks off on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter right now. Have a good one. You want the rest of the show,